Alright, hey guys, it's Scissors. Welcome to the Pagan Perspective. Today is Friday and I'm your host. This week we are talking about evil. I want to apologize that this sound quality is really crappy. I don't know what's wrong with my camera, but it just won't make the sound work correctly. So if you can hear me, don't follow my lips because it's not going to match up. And so yeah, sorry about that. But anyways, evil. What is it? Doesn't exist. There we go. It doesn't exist. There is no force of evil in the world, some sort of concrete thing that is called evil. It does not exist. There is negative energy in the world, yes. And there is positive energy in the world, yes. And yes, things do take to polarity. But the word evil, that's all evil is. It's a word that I don't use hardly ever, except in the connotation... except in talking about the fact that I'm making this video. Evil is a word with very negative connotation in society that people use very vaguely, because everybody has a different definition of it. So, yeah. I don't believe that there is some holy evil force in the world. There you go. I do believe that there are things that are nasty and are horrible and other things like that. But evil, no, because negative isn't always bad and bad isn't always evil. Or ever, seeing as I don't believe that evil exists. And some of you might think that that is naive. But trust me, I'm not underestimating the amount of nasty that can be in things in the world. Because I totally understand why people use the word evil, except that it's extremely vague and somewhat insufficient. Alright, so now that you guys know have heard a very basic rant on my thoughts on evil, I'm going to address Shazulu's question, which was about the third line of the Wiccan Rede, which reads, "Cast the circle thrice about to keep all evil spirits out." That is, yes, the version that I have in my digital Book of Shadows. It was the oldest version that I could find on the internet, so that's what I have. And there are other versions which read, "Cast the circle thrice about to keep keep unwelcome spirits out." And he wanted to know why there are those different versions, and if the word evil makes us uncomfortable, pretty much. If we have a problem with the word evil being used in our practice. And I will address all of these. The reason why I believe the word unwelcome is more commonly used than evil now is because evil is insufficient and vague. You have a circle, which is basically a sterile area that you're working in, and you only allow the things in the circle that you call there. But if you cast the circle to only block out things that you classify as evil, then there are all these things that aren't evil that can then get into your circle. I don't think, well, basically I don't think anything is evil, except I do have these images and connotations in my head for the word evil. So if I were to say that this is a circle where nothing evil can enter, and then didn't also list off all the other things that can't enter, then only the things that I think of in my head, which are mostly images of doom and gloom and despair and Christian devils writhing in the pits of hell because I watch a lot of documentaries, those are the only things that wouldn't be allowed in the circle. And everything else could just come on in, as well as the things that I invite. So when I cast a circle, I say that anything unwelcome is not to enter the circle, because I don't want most fairies in my circle. I don't want most people's energy that is floating around through my area in the circle. I don't want some of my own energy in the circle. I want to leave my own negativity out of the circle, and my own negativity is not evil. And the list just goes on and on and on and on. There are deities that I do not want in my circle. if I am working with one deity that I know clashes very greatly with another deity, I want to make sure that that deity does not come into my circle because it could mess up the spell I'm doing or the ritual, things like that. So the reason why I believe that unwelcome is more appropriate than evil is because it's a wider classification. It's basically saying, if I don't want you here, you're not going to come in here, even if I don't classify you as evil. Because just because something is not bad doesn't mean that you want it there. Just saying. Not saying that good things aren't good, just saying that you don't want everything that's good right now. Yeah. Yeah, and also just like most cheerful ghosts and spirits that are floating around out there, I also don't want those in my circle either. So no, I don't have a problem with the word evil. It doesn't make me upset that people use the word evil, except that it's vague and insufficient. That's pretty much the only issue I have with it, is that it's vague, very, very vague, mostly completely subject to people's own definitions and associations with it, and there are other words that are much more sufficient for describing what something is, such as malevolent, mean, angry, out of control, pissed off, mischievous, or mischievous, goofing around, incompatible, things like that. So I would rather just get it out of the way at first and just say anything that is unwelcome is not in this circle, and things that I specifically invite in can come in. So, you have just heard a little bit about my idea of evil and the use in the Wiccan Read. I'm sorry if I sound tired and exhausted and a little bit frustrated, but I've made this video, I swear, like 10 times, and I just want to be done making it by now. So, yeah. Anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed listening to me very frustratedly talk about evil. I'm sorry about that, by the way. And I'm also sorry for missing last week. I really didn't mean to. I was having a really bad day, and I even forgot that it was Friday, and that I had to make a video until the very end of Friday, and I just ended up falling asleep before I could contact anybody to fill in for me. So I will be making that video up on my personal channel within the next week. I should be able to do it relatively soon, and so yeah, that'll be up if you want to check. Here's a link to my personal channel, and down there, and yeah, so leave me any comments that you might have. If I said something that was, still vague, let me know. I'll try to explain it a little bit better for you so that you can better understand my point of view. If there's anything that I did not touch on, or you just think that this is complete and utter bullshit, leave me a comment. We can start a dialogue and things down there, and it'll be cool. Or you can send me a personal message on my personal channel, not Pagan Perspective. So yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna go now so I can stop talking, because I've made this video so many times. Alright, so, until 2 weeks from now, much love and blessed be.